What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another Platinum Trophy video for you guys. Today I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice for the PlayStation 4. Now, the last trophy that I do have to get is Height of Technique, which is to acquire all skills. I thought I was going to get this while playing through on my first playthrough, and I figured I would just grind out and do all the skills that I could do, and it turns out this grind was a little more difficult and took a little more time than I thought it was going to take, so I did do this in New Game Plus as you earn more XP per kill and everything. But anyway, with all that being said, let's get right into this video. I did live stream this over on Twitch. I do live stream all my Platinum trophies over there, so if you want to go follow me, there's a link down in the description below. Unfortunately, this is not the clip directly from Twitch with the chat in the corner that I usually do, just because I had some issues with my computer. It corrupted the file, so I had to pull it from a backup. But anyway, as for Sekiro, this was a game that I got back in March, back when it came out. I was pretty excited for this game, I'm not going to lie. I am a fan of, Soulsborne games. To be fair, I haven't really gotten too many Platinums. I've gotten a Platinum in Bloodborne, but I have never gotten a Platinum in a Dark Souls game. I mean, I have the ability to, and everything, I've just never gotten around to it. So when this game came out, I was pretty excited, because I am a fan of Soulsborne games, or that style of game of kind of setting you back when you die and putting so much emphasis on death and everything. And even though these games can be very frustrating to get through, I think that they're one of the most satisfying games to beat, especially when it comes to bosses and Platinum trophies in and of itself. Now, I was surprised to see that this Platinum trophy is nearly a 30% on PSN Profiles. So if you guys don't use PSN Profiles, it's a site that tracks specifically trophy hunters, just trophy hunters. And this game had a 30% Platinum, which is really, really high. To put that into perspective, I think Bloodborne has around a 20% Platinum rating, and this has a 30, so that's pretty ridiculous. Considering how much frustration I went through going through this game, I was very surprised to see that that was that high of a Platinum trophy rating. But anyway, for this trophy that we're going for, to acquire all skills, I was going to do this in my first playthrough, but I was not earning a good amount of XP to get skill points, so I ended up doing this in New Game Plus, because you are required to play through this game a minimum of 2 times, and that's not just for the endings. You can get all the endings in your first playthrough if you really want to. The reason that you need to play through 2 times is because you need upgrade materials for the prosthetic. In particular, you need lapis lazuli, which is going to be one of the rarest materials in the game when it comes to upgrades, because it doesn't just drop from regular enemies. You can only get it in certain sections of the game, so that requires you to play through the game a minimum of 2 times. Now, you don't have to beat the final boss 2 times, you just have to play essentially up to the final boss in order to get enough lapis lazuli, because you're going to get 6 per playthrough, and I think you need a total of 10 in order to get all the upgrades. So you need a decent amount more than what you're going to get in a single playthrough. As for the skills that I'm going for here, this is just the run that I was doing. This is the Ashina Castle on the second phase, basically when it's burning. When you come back from Fountainhead Palace, beating the final boss in Fountainhead Palace, you're going to come back to Ashina Castle. It's going to be on fire here, and from here you're going to go over to the Ashina outskirts, I believe this is, into this stairway idol, and you'll just run this route, and there's 5 guys here that you can stealth kill, and the route takes, I don't know, maybe 20-30 seconds to get through. I'm not sure the XP gains that you get, but it's sufficient to get all your skill points. Again, I was doing this in non-New Game Plus, and it was taking quite some time to get through. Doing it on New Game Plus was giving me a decent amount more XP, but as I was getting to the final levels, it was kind of dragging on. I was debating even going for the skill point that I was going for here, the skill, because it was the first one that I ever saw that required 9 skill points in order to get, and it was one that I thought I missed. This skill that I'm going for in particular, I think it's in the Mushin arts, and it's for, I don't remember the exact name, but you have to actually buy the skill from one of the Fountainhead, or from one of the potmen. Or if you defeat the carp, they turn into carps. You actually have to buy the skill from them first to unlock it, and then when you unlock it, then you have to get another tier of it, which is what I'm going for right now, which is it requires 9 skill points. Most things in the game are only going to require 3, 4, 5, 6 skill points. 7, I think, was the max I ever saw, so 9 was a little over the top when I saw it, but I was kind of in the mood, and I was kind of in the mode of, let me get this done, because I'm so close to this platinum, I should just get it done. Let me not put the game down for the night for 9 skill points. It's going to take me probably a little bit over an hour to get done, but it was definitely worth it just to tidy the game up. And this grind in and of itself was probably one of the reasons that this game, the fun factor for the platinum, I would say, drops down. Now, I know what you're probably saying. How can you have a fun factor for like a Souls game? Like I said at the beginning, it really comes down to the satisfaction of beating bosses, of beating the game, of getting the platinum. Yes, there's a lot of things that are difficult in this game, and you will not beat everything the first try you do it. You probably won't beat everything within half a dozen to dozen tries of doing it. But it's the satisfaction of when you finally beat it, which is most satisfying with this game and with Soulsborne games in and of themselves. It's really not the journey in these games. It's when you get to the end that makes it so satisfying, which is unlike many other games. Many other games is about getting to the end, and then the ending is just like, eh. This game is more about, okay, I've now gone through the trials and tribulations of getting my ass beat. What have I learned? Let's put that through its test, and let's finally beat this, and let's get it done. And that's why it was so satisfying. That's why I was so surprised to see this platinum at such a high percentage, because it's just a game that I can't see a lot of people sitting down and learning those things and putting up with it. But I guess it was the hardcore fans that sat through and got the platinum, and I'm glad to have the game done, and again, I did enjoy it. I got it earlier in the year when it came out in March. I was really looking forward to it. It was probably one of my most anticipated games this year, and I think it's kind of flown under the radar a lot. Going back and looking at some of the Metacritic scores, this game was only one of 2 games that I believe scored in the 90s this year. This one, and then a remake, Resident Evil 2, also scored the 90s, so that was pretty interesting. So here we go. We're getting our last few kills here to get our last skill point, which is not at the end of the world. There we go. There's our 9th skill point. I don't know why I'm still killing. I don't need to. So we'll teleport up here. And these skill points will come pretty fast, but then they'll start dragging on just because it takes more and more XP to get through each level to get new skill points. So here we go over to Motion Arts, and it's a Spiral Cloud Passage. So we will buy that. And we will get our trophy, Height of Technique. And then we'll get our Platinum Trophy, Sekiro. Again, got this game back in March. Really glad to get it done. Enjoyed a lot of the time playing it. But anyway, let's take a look at this list. Here it is 100% with a platinum, no DLC or anything, and as you're looking through these trophies here, you're going to see that there are a lot of trophies that are related to bosses and just playing through the game. And the weird thing about Sekiro, and it kind of irritates me, is you can make a lot of progress in this game and put a lot of time in this game and not earn a lot of trophies. A lot of the trophies that you earn and a lot of progression that you'll get through this game when it comes to the trophies is going to come at the end game or after you're doing your grind when you get your platinum. So you'll be sitting at under 50% for a long time, but that's just how the trophies are set up because all the bosses are bronze. It's basically how it is. Anyway, here is the profile. Trophy level 41, 30%, got 10,657 total trophies, got 7,341 bronze, 2,352 silver, 813 gold, 151 platinums, and like I said, 10,657 total trophies if you're into that numbers kind of stuff. And here's the platinum trophy itself, Sekiro. So if you are into Soulsborne style games and you haven't heard or played Sekiro yet, I would highly suggest it. There's no way that you haven't heard of Sekiro though, because it came out in the past year and it got a lot of hype earlier in the year, and I think it kind of died off. But again, if you're into that style of game, if you're into the harsh gameplay but very satisfying gameplay of a Soulsborne game, then I would definitely give Sekiro a try. Now, it can be quite a timely platinum. So if I had to rate this platinum platinum out of 10, I'm going to give this like a 6 out of 10, because even though the game can become easy once you learn the mechanics, there is a learning curve of learning the mechanics, and then there's another factor of there's no way to really cheese the game. You actually are going to need to learn. Now, there's a few things you can do. There's a few bosses you can cheese. There are some moves that you can kind of try to manipulate in order to make it easier, but for the most part, you actually will need to learn how to play the game in order to get through it, in order to beat some bosses, and it can be kind of difficult. So difficulty out of 10, I'm going to give this like a 6 out of 10. Time it gets to get the platinum, you're probably talking 60 to 70 hours, somewhere around there, and a lot of that is going to come through your first playthrough, playing through, setting up all your endings, getting everything that you need to get, make sure you're getting stuff that isn't missable. Getting through your New Game Plus can be pretty quick. I believe I got through in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I got through my New Game Plus to that ending, but then you're going to spend a significant amount of time grinding skill points. Now, this is all dependent on how much you die throughout your first playthrough. If you don't die that much, you'll keep skill points and you'll be able to get everything you want to get. But for the most part, you're probably going to die. So you're going to need to grind skill points at the end. It's going to take a little bit of time. I think total grinding skill points at the end, I probably sunk another 5-ish or more hours into. I'd say no more than 10 hours in grinding skill points, but I'd say it's probably close around 5. I didn't keep a stopwatch on me, but it was definitely more than I wanted to put in. Let's just say that. So 6 out of 10, 60 to 70 hours, I think, to get this platinum. It probably can be done quicker if you do know what you're doing, but if you're going in blind, I would say it's somewhere around there. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff, my Twitter, my Twitch, other videos like this. So if you want to go take a look at any of that stuff, I would greatly appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments below if you've played this game, if you plan on playing this game, if you want me to suggest it. I will suggest it. Let me just say that right now, so you don't even have to leave that question. I'll answer it for you right there. But yeah, like I said, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this, and I hope to see you all around sometime soon.